Imagine two people start investing today. Same age, same paycheck, same extra $400 every month. One spends months researching the perfect stocks, watching endless market predictions, and waiting for the right time to invest. The other buys one simple fund, turns on automatic investing, and barely checks the account. Fast forward 30 years. One retires comfortably with over $1 million. The other ends up with less than half of that. And here's the crazy part. The difference wasn't intelligence. It wasn't luck. It wasn't even the investments. It was behavior. And if you're starting your investing journey in 2026, this single lesson could be worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. Before we dive in, hit that like button if you're serious about building wealth, because what you're about to learn can completely change how you think about money. Let's get started. Why most beginners fail? Here's the truth nobody likes to hear. Most people don't lose money because they pick terrible investments. They lose money because they keep getting in their own way. They panic, they wait, they overthink, they chase trends, and then they wonder why their results never match the market. But before we continue, there's something important you need to understand about investing in 2026. The stock market has already had several strong years. Many people are saying stocks are expensive. Some experts are warning about a possible correction. And that's exactly why many beginners are making a huge mistake right now. They're waiting for the crash, waiting for lower prices, waiting for certainty. The problem? The market rarely gives you certainty. And while you're waiting, your money is doing absolutely nothing. The real cost of waiting. Think about this. If you kept $10,000 sitting in cash for years, the number on your screen might never change. But inflation quietly reduces its purchasing power every year. In other words, your money looks safe, but it's slowly losing value. Meanwhile, productive assets like businesses continue growing. This is why investing matters, not because it makes you rich overnight, but because it helps your money grow faster than inflation. And that growth becomes incredibly powerful over time. The magic of compounding. It's one of the most powerful forces in finance. But here's what most people never realize. Compounding feels boring at first. For years, it looks like nothing is happening. Then suddenly the growth starts accelerating. The people who become wealthy aren't usually the smartest investors. They're the ones who stay invested long enough for compounding to do its job. The biggest investing mistake. Now let's talk about the mistake that destroys more wealth than almost anything else. Trying to time the market. Many investors believe they can jump out before a crash and jump back in before prices rise. Sounds logical, but reality works differently. Some of the best days in stock market history happened right after some of the worst days, which means when people panic and sell, they're often missing the recovery. And missing just a handful of great market days can dramatically reduce your long-term returns. This is why successful investing isn't about predicting the future. It's about staying invested long enough to benefit from it. If you've ever delayed investing because you were waiting for the perfect moment, comment below. I'm starting now. I'd love to see who's taking action. Before buying a single stock, I would focus on one thing first. High-interest debt. Credit card debt can charge 20% or more annually. Think about that. Paying off a credit card charging 20% interest is like earning a guaranteed 20% return. Risk-free. No stock market required. Most investments can't consistently match that. So if you're carrying expensive debt, make eliminating it your top priority. Next, build an emergency fund. Why? Because life happens. Cars break down. Jobs disappear. Unexpected bills show up. And the last thing you want is being forced to sell investments during a market crash because you need cash. An emergency fund gives you breathing room. It protects your investments from your real-life emergencies. Aim for at least 3 to 6 months of essential expenses. Think of it as financial armor. Now here's where things get interesting. If your employer offers a retirement plan match, take it immediately. This is literally free money. If your company matches part of your contributions, that's an instant return before your investments even grow. Yet millions of people leave this money on the table every year. Don't be one of them. Free money is rare. Take it whenever it's offered. Now let's answer the question everyone asks. What should I actually buy? Honestly, for most people, Lied keep it incredibly simple. Low-cost index funds. That's it. Instead of trying to find the next winning stock, you buy a tiny piece of hundreds or even thousands of companies at once. You own the winners. You own future winners. And you avoid betting everything on one company. The best part? You don't need to be a stock-picking genius. History shows that simple index investing beats most professional investors over long periods. Here's the secret. Successful investing isn't exciting. It's boring. You invest consistently. You automate contributions. You ignore the noise. You stay patient. And you let time do the heavy lifting. The people constantly chasing hot stocks often end up with worse results than the people who simply stayed the course. So if I were starting from scratch in 2026, my plan would be simple. Pay off high-interest debt, build an emergency fund, get my employer match, invest in low-cost index funds, automate everything, and stay invested for decades. That's it. No secret formula, no magic stock picks, no complicated strategies, just a system designed to work. Because at the end of the day, building wealth isn't about making perfect decisions. It's about making good decisions consistently. And the sooner you start, then the more powerful compounding becomes. If you found this helpful, subscribe for more beginner-friendly investing content and share this video with someone who's still waiting for the perfect time to start investing. Because the perfect time usually isn't someday. It's today.